Hello, it's Jen, the professional explainer, coming at you with another Wordy Wednesday. And today I want to chat to you about how to strategically update older blog posts to add value and hopefully engagement. If you've had a blog for a while, chances are that you've got a few older posts that could do with a fresh lick of wordy paint. But how do you identify a blog that's ripe for a bit of an overhaul? And what can you do to bring it up to speed? So let's explore how to refresh older blog posts. Step 1, a mini content audit. If you're here, chances are you've already got some posts in mind for this round of updates. Sometimes that's just a case of a few isolated tweaks, a few broken links, a few changes of wording. But if it's any more than that, it might be worth using this as an opportunity to review all of your older content. Now, carrying out content audits can be a whole can of worms, but let's explore a few top-level auditing pointers. Go through all of your older posts and their associated analytics, and as you do, ask yourself the following questions. Firstly, is it indexed in search? Is Google currently indexing this page in Google Search Console? And if not, why not? Search Console isn't always the best at telling you why something isn't indexed, but if something's wrong, it can give you some good clues. Next, does it generate site visits? Does this blog bring in new visitors, whether that's from search or social or wherever? Is there anything you could do to improve its appeal? Number 3, does it generate inquiries? Does this post open the door to a potential sales pathway? Is there at least one clear, benefit-driven call to action presented that makes sense in the context of the wider article? Next up, does it keep people engaged? Does the post suffer a high bounce rate or a short engagement time? If so, then it might not be answering an expected question, or it could approach the issue in a way that's unexpected or unhelpful to your readers. Or maybe it simply doesn't entice the reader to take further action. Is it accurate? Are there any factual errors or outdated advice shared in this blog? If so, then it's ripe for an update. Can it be made any clearer? Are there any sections, paragraphs or sentences that you can make shorter, clearer and more succinct? Are there any places you can include subheadings or bullet points to make things easier for people to skim read? And are there any large monolithic chunks of text that could be broken up? Is it up to date? Has industry advice changed since the post was written? Can you add any new perspectives or practical examples that you've gathered since then that build on the insights that you've shared? Have any industry norms or technologies shifted since you first published it? And alternatively, has your business or offering changed since that blog was first published? Can you add more multimedia? Visuals always make content more engaging, so can you add any new diagrams, high quality images, infographics or short videos? Are the calls to action still relevant? Do the calls to action still align with your sales and marketing goals? Do the functions they link to still work and lead to relevant and effective sales pathways? Now, completing this review should start to give you a useful to-do list of content to update. But don't take off your content reviewing hat just yet. We've got some technical checks to do as well. Step 2, SEO and technical review. Now we've considered some of the creative and promotional practicalities, it's time to review your content from a technical and strategic perspective. If you have access to tools like Google Keyword Planner, Ubersuggest or Ahrefs, it's a good time to dust those off. Let's discuss a keyword refresh first. As you go through each post, take stock of the keywords that each blog is optimized for. Are those original keywords still popular, or have search trends changed since the blog was published? Are those terms still relevant to what you do? Have any new related long-tail keywords or semantically related terms emerged from the woodwork since the piece was first posted? Incorporating any new, popular and relevant terms might help to broaden your reach. Next, internal linking. Again, as you review your older posts, you might well find opportunities to link to your newer, more relevant content that didn't exist when your blog post first emerged. You might even find a few broken links that need replacing. Also, look for opportunities to link from newer posts to this refreshed older post to bolster its authority within your site. Next, establish on-page essentials. While you're putting each of your blog posts under the microscope, it's probably worth investigating how well each post is currently technically optimised. Tools like Screaming Frog, excuse the name, let you look at your website's technical gubbins and uncover places that may not be technically up to speed. Note that no website is perfect, not even Google or whatever, so we're not looking for a spotless record here. But for our content optimization purposes, you want to find any of the following so you can fix them. Now, none of these are site-breaking issues, but they are things that are well worth addressing now you have the chance to do so. Page Speed Insights is another useful tool to run each blog post through as you review. It shows you how Google views each individual web page, especially in line with the core web vitals, which Google defines as a set of metrics that measure real-world user experience for loading performance, interactivity, and visual stability of the page. Page Speed Insights gives you a score across 4 essential metrics: performance, accessibility, best practice, and SEO. Some of the issues shown will be quite technical and likely something for your web developer to look at, but there may be some that you can handle yourself within your blog boosting quest, like image formats or other presentation particulars. Step 3. Take stock and make a plan. When you've earmarked posts to be updated, it's time to decide and plan out what needs to be done where. I love a good spreadsheet for stuff like this. Personally, I would use a spreadsheet to list all of the blogs that need updating, with columns detailing what's working well for those posts, what isn't working so well, and what needs to be changed. Here's a quick example, feel free to screenshot it to absorb the format. Next, update ahoy! Now it's time to actually put those proposed updates into practice and out into the world. There are a couple of questions I commonly get asked about this, so here goes. Do I need to change the publish date on my post? If you've had to make significant updates to your blog post, such as substantial rewriting, new sections, updated facts, then it's generally a good idea to update the publish date to reflect its new relevance. But on the other hand, if you've just made some minor tweaks, so you've updated some image formats, tweaked a sentence here or there, fixed some broken links, then you'd probably be fine to keep the original date. Can I change my blog post title? If you have good reason to, say if you're focusing on a new, more popular keyword, or you're deprioritising something outdated, then go right ahead. However, I don't like tinkering with titles unless you've substantially changed the post, or the title's markedly too long or too short, or there's really something wrong with it. Now, if you've changed the title, especially if you've done it to capture interest in a new keyword, then you might be tempted to change the URL slug too. Now, this isn't off the table, but it does need to be approached with caution. Changing a post's URL might break any existing backlinks from other sites and can impact the page's authority with search engines. If you feel that a URL change is totally warranted, then always implement a redirect from the old URL to the new one. Discuss it with your web developer if you have any doubts whatsoever. Step 5. Ongoing monitoring. Now, make a note of the time and date that each post was updated. You can use your handy-dandy spreadsheet for that. After your refresh, monitor each post's performance using tools like Google Analytics, for example. Keep an eye out for things like improvements in organic traffic, keyword rankings, time on page, and bounce rate. Also see if there are any changes reported within Google Search Console, though it can take a couple of weeks for Google to pick up your changes, even if you do request re-indexing. We're on Google's schedule for that one, I'm afraid. Have any of the posts' indexing status changed, improved, got worse? Have your adjustments affected your website's search stats? Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed, then please like, share, comment and subscribe. Do all of the YouTube things to appease the mighty algorithm, and I'll catch you in the next one.